Alright, Brap Gang, what it do? It's your boy Brap Genius, back at it again with another video. Now here again with my homie Damien, and today I'm going to be talking about the difference between a cruiser and a sport bike. Yeah, start it off right, boys! Yeah! Oh my gosh.
Hi Mom, sorry not sorry!
Yeah, we're getting real muddy.
But on camera when I die?
Of course. Now, I've ridden both before, and it's pretty much night and day. So I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each and try and give you guys an idea of what would be better suited for you. Now, there's a misconception that just because you're on a cruiser, you're not going to have any power. Cruisers, some of them have better torque, at least in the low and mid-range, than, you know, the sport bikes. Now, your top speed is going to be way lower than it would be on a sport bike. But if you just like the feel of acceleration and the sound of those loud Harley, those grunty pipes, then, you know, that might be a better look for you. Cruisers, overall, I don't care what anybody says, are way more comfortable than sport bikes. You know, Gixxers, me and my buddy, we have Gixxers. These are thought to be, you know, more of the comfortable sport bikes, and they are. You know, I'm pretty comfortable on this thing. I can ride for a long time without getting tired. But I'd be lying if I said that, you know, this is more comfortable than some of the cruisers that I've ridden. It's literally like sitting on a couch chair. Like that. Look how comfy those guys look. They're just chilling. Now, something that I love about sport bikes is just the sound. I love, especially the inline fours. I just love the sound. And, you know, I don't hear it as much when I'm on my bike. Of course, I hear it when I'm ripping through. But if I'm sitting outside my deck on a nice summer night, and I hear other sport bikes riding by in the neighborhood, I mean, those things scream. And I know Harleys and, you know, other cruisers, their pipes are loud as well, and they sound great. But for me, the sound of a sport bike sounds just a little bit better. And just the power on these bikes, like, the top end is ridiculous. You can go so fast, so easily, and you have to be careful, because if you're not careful, you're going to get yourself legally in trouble, and you're going to get yourself physically in trouble if you go too fast and you can't control yourself. The better thing about sport bikes too is how light and how easier they are to handle. You know, you could flick these things around turns, no problem. And, you know, you can still ride a cruiser well, but it's not as easy to control them, and they just weigh a lot more. So it's definitely a difference there as well. You're also going to have different kind of rides with different kind of groups. If you're on a group ride with sport bikes, they're going to be speeding. It's a fact. Now, you don't have to speed with them, and you probably shouldn't be speeding in general. But if you're out riding with cruisers, more than likely it's going to be a pretty lax ride. So if you're someone that likes to go for a nice chill ride and really just enjoy scenery and stuff like that at like a consistent speed, then I'd say a cruiser is probably better for you. If you're someone that likes to just take turns a little bit faster, feel just raw power, and just have that aggressive look of a sport bike, then a sport bike is probably a better look for you. I mean, if you can afford both and both sound good to you, you know, why not both? I intend on owning a cruiser someday, especially for this channel. It's not going to be for a long time though. I did own a Honda Shadow for a short time, but, you know, I really had problems with that bike. Unfortunately, I know it's one of the most reliable bikes you can own, but I just didn't have much luck with it, so I sold it off. But I mean, it was a cool bike. You got to really think about what you're going to want to be doing more, because there's going to be days where you're going to want to go for a nice chill ride, and there's going to be days where you want to be a little bit more aggressive and have a little bit more fun. You know, if I own both, there's definitely days I would own both, and you don't have to just lean one way or the other. You don't have to just say, oh, I'm only getting a sport bike, I'm a sport bike guy for life, or oh, I'm a cruiser guy, I'm only gonna have a Harley for the rest of my life. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. You know, you should be experiencing all different kinds of bikes. There's so many different kinds of bikes in the world, more than just cruisers and sport bikes, but I know those two are the most popular, so that's why I wanted to make this topic. If you're into motorcycles in general, you know, you should have love for both sides. You don't have to ride them or own them or even like them really, but you should at least respect each other. You know, there's a big beef between sport bikes and cruisers, and I don't get why. You know, we're all out here on two wheels. That's all that should matter. I got a buddy that rides a Harley. I got my homie over here rides a sport bike. Most of my friends ride sport bikes. You know, I got dirt bike friends, enduro friends. You know, I got buddies with super nakeds, all kinds of bikes. And I respect every one of them for their own decision, because, you know, the kind of motorcycle that you choose says something about who you are and your personality. So I'm not going to rip on someone just because they like something different than me. That doesn't make sense. Alright, so that's going to do it for this one. Wow, you don't see that every day, huh? Alright, well, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. If you guys have not hit like or subscribe already, please do so. And as always, have a great day. Peace.